I'm going to talk about OT, IoT, related stuff, security, and how to make sure that we secure them. I think nobody has talked about OT so far today. Second thing is I think we all must be hearing about, we have seen a large breach, last 4 or 5 weeks, right? The automotive sector, and what impact it has caused to the company. This was, I think, told by Tim Cook around 10 to 12 years back. And the problem in this is, okay, look at the connected systems being operated remotely. You're going to connect legacy infrastructure over internet or over network, and then you're going to monitor, you're going to control that remotely. That is the problem, and that is the opportunity also. If you look at what is the status of OT security today, this is based on my experience after talking to a couple of my friends in manufacturing, those who understand OT world a little better. Because if you look at myself itself, I came to know about OT and related stuff in the last 5 years. Okay? So, status of today, OT security is where IT security was 10 to 12 years before. And this was the naturally, this was due to various reasons. Let us understand what is OT. What is OT? How the OT system looks like. I think colleagues and friends from BFSI, maybe from somebody from the e-commerce, some tech company, etc., they may not have seen the OT system. They must be reading about OT, what is operating system, what is operational technology all about. It's all about combination of hardware and software to control industrial machines. Okay? If you look at, this is a typical OT setup. You have a machine, command and control machine, which is on today also, Windows XP, Windows 7 and Windows 8, which controls the controller, and the controller controls the larger machine. And if you look at this problem of OT security, the legacy infrastructure, etc., got compounded, and when it started getting converged with IT, OT plus IT. And why this convergence has started? Due to the requirement of digital transformation. Because you want to build you want to have enhanced visibility, what is happening in your OT systems. You want to do predictive maintenance, you want to do predictive analysis. You want to serve customer, like look at the larger machine, you want to monitor the bearing condition remotely. You want to predict when the particular machine is going to fail. Because you have large amount of data, you are able to predict, it means you are able to enhance the operational uptime. And then, third one is new business opportunity. We are seeing smart ACs, smart fridge, right, smart camera. All of these are IoT, correct? It comes with a lot of business opportunities, but it comes with a lot of inherent security issues. These are the cybersecurity challenges of OT systems, okay? If you look at this, the first one, legacy infrastructure. It operates today in Windows XP 7 and Windows 8, okay? And then, why it is operating on Windows 7 and Windows 8? There are concerns around it because you can always upgrade the CNC machine, which we talked about, but it is very difficult, very costly affair to upgrade your controllers. And that is where you bought these OT systems around 20, 30 years back, and then you want to connect them. They were not built for connecting. They were not built for connected operations. Second thing is, a lot of convergence is happening, we talked about it. And third one is, we didn't have a lot of OEMs which are securing OT world. Because OEMs focus was till now, till 4 or 5 years back on IT side of it. Because that is where the entire world was. If you look at OT is the problem of maybe some of the healthcare and some of the majority of the manufacturing. And why a lot of people are talking about OT security, why OEMs are building an OT security product? Due to this reason. Now we see manufacturing sector is second largest, probably the minds of the hacker to breach after the BFSI. And if you look at that, there's a fundamental difference between OT security breach and IT security breach. What happens in IT security breach? CISO will get reprimanded, okay? Probably if there's a large amount of data, you are a backup, you are up and running, right? At times you change the password. If OT security breach happens, responsible people might have a criminal liability. People may lose life. Take example of if you have power grid and OT breach happens, power grid which was supposed to carry 440 volts started carrying 100,000 or 1,000 volts. What will happen? It can create that kind of impact. Because in the OT world, there is a fundamental difference between IT and OT. IT, we have been talking about CIA. OT availability takes precedence. Your OT plants will not be available for the manufacturing. That's what it has happened in recent breach, which we saw. And you can see from the newspaper, we are seeing that loss to the company is around $2 billion, approximately. And third one is, a lot of state actors are focusing on how to bring down the economy of the country, because economy of the country depends upon a lot of factors, and manufacturing plays important role. That's why you see today, making India push, right? A lot of focus on, probably people are talking about Joe today. Why? Because we want to build the tech infrastructure in India for the India. That's why we see the state actors during Sindoor, I think a lot of people talked about, we saw a lot of attack on the defense manufacturing industry. We got the data from the MOD. Now, how to secure them? Have we understood the problem? People are doing it, they are bit, I just kept it very simple. The first one is ensure that your remote connections are secure. What do you mean by remote connection? So the systems which are using today in manufacturing, they were given to you by maybe somebody from Italy, somebody from Germany. Suppose they want to rectify something on CNC machine or maybe controller, they take remote connection of that machine and they provide that support, because that support is not available in India most of the time. Now, how do you provide that remote connection? Generally, what people do in OT world, they connect a dongle, Teams viewer, any desk, and they connect Windows XP machine over internet. Look at the threat. Connecting Windows XP machine over internet is suicidal, right? But it happens, it's happening today also. That is the risk. So how to handle it? Today, a lot of solutions have come. How to provide remote secure connections. Second is maintain air gap between IT and OT. Earlier, we used to maintain very hard boundary between OT and IT. Due to the digital transformation, this gap has been broken. Now, how to fill this gap? That's why I think I'll talk about some Purdue model, etc. You must have read. And then you need to ensure that secure file transfer, because your machine has to do something, right? So from where that work is coming from some design systems. How the file will travel from your IT to OT machine. Generally, what happens? People plug in pen drive from here to and plug in here. That's why we are seeing a lot of risk. A lot of breaches are happening. Very basic things which we have solved in IT world, which is happening in OT world now. Fourth one is look at the best of the breed technologies which solve your problem of your industry, your company. Don't look at what is happening outside, what somebody else has done. Look at your threat landscape, your IT infrastructure, OT infrastructure, and implement. Purdue model and one of the very well-known ISC is 62443. Look at it. This provides you a holistic view of how to handle OT security issues. This is the Purdue model. It looks very complex for the people those who have never seen before, and many people from the BFSI and FinTech and maybe from tech companies. Broadly, this has around 5 zones. If you look at 5 levels, it segregates your internet layer, web layer, DMZ, and OT layer. And OT also, you have got machines, then you have controller, and then you have a bunch of other servers, etc. It is mainly talking about please segregate every layer from each other, so that you have defense in depth, you have time to react. This is what we have been practicing in IT world, right? Why we are building cyber resilience? Because you want to why you are probably been practicing defense in depth, because you want to buy time to react. Breach will happen sooner or later. Do you have time to react? Do you have controls in place so that you get early triggers to react? That they are also talking about. Now, this is very interesting, okay? If you look at the smart AC or smart fridge or smart camera, okay? IoT evolved. Now today we have a smart chair, we have a smart mattress also. What is happening? There is a sensor, you have mobile app, you have web app, and now you have cloud infrastructure, and now you have to, as a OEM, like Godrej, we manufacture smart AC, smart fridge, we have a smart camera, we have a smart chair. You want to send update over the air. It means there's a control, right? You look at the automobile sector today. I'll give you an example, simple example quickly. I have 2 cars of my car, Mahindra. One car was inside the vehicle only, and one car probably I was using. And within few seconds, I got a call. One of the key battery is down, please replace it. I got a call from Mahindra. See what kind of monitoring is happening. They know exactly कि key का battery down हो गया है. You change it. If you look at IoT, and now look at the communication, control, monitoring, etc. Similarly here, if you had a smart camera, a smart fridge, smart AC, smart home, right? The more you are connected, probably you have to secure it. That's why we talk about secure from chip to cloud. The chip, which is part of the sensor, and to all the layers, network, web application, cloud, you need to ensure that they are secure. The way they are communicating, the other way they are talking to each other. Otherwise, one breach, you're going to bring out a lot of things will happen. Okay, CCTV camera, smart camera, etc. is a very sensitive business. What happened? I don't know. Something happened. But what I'm trying to say is, golden rules we have been practicing in IT world. Please ensure that you stick to your basics, keep your basics strong. People, process, and technology, ensure that they complement each other. The more they complement, the more success you will have. Okay? And we are talking about is this security by design, defense in depth, follow well-known frameworks and models which suits your organization, and look at defense in depth, look at long-term, look at holistic, if you want to solve the OT security problem, as we have solved IT security problem. Because if you talk about in majority of the organization, when we start the discussion on OT security, sometimes probably this is the question, this is the answer I got. We have been operating manufacturing plant for last 30, 40 years, or maybe 80 years, and nothing has happened. What will happen now? And we see OT security breach in last 4 or 5 years, it has gone exponentially high. Okay? And it's a reality. And sometimes it comes in news, sometimes it doesn't come in news. Thank you. I think this is what I wanted to share. Any question, any suggestion, probably we can catch up offline. Thank you, everyone.
Thank